Mm. Good coffee this morning. Hey, Russ here. Welcome back to the shop. I'm going to give you a quick update on my vacuum design that I'm using right here in the shop. Now, I'm using a wet dry shop vac. It was a 25 gallon originally. I showed you a couple episodes ago how I cut the bottom of the box of that shop vac off. And so now my chamber is about a fourth the size that it used to be. And it really dramatically changed how well this suction on this thing works by taking away a lot of that volume. And so if you own a shop vac and you want to dedicate to your shop, I'm never going to put water through that. I already know that, so I didn't need that huge reservoir that the shop vacs inherently have, because that's there by design so that you can also collect water. No water, let's cut it out, get rid of it, make that shop vac a lot more efficient, which is what happened. I have my collection. I have a two-stage collection. I have a dust deputy, and I use a 2-gallon bucket right there. That bucket sits just underneath where the cyclone is, and right above is where my shop vac is, right there. And my shop vac, that's the outlet right there where the air blows out. Eventually, I'm going to build that box for that also. And once I do that, then I'll take the filter that's inside the vacuum chamber now. I'll take and do away with that completely, so I'll never have to get inside that chamber unless there's something wrong and there's something I have to do repair. Maintenance-wise, I'll never have to touch that shop vac. It'll just sit there. So the only real maintenance is to empty the bucket or change the outer filter at the other end. So, and that'll be pretty simple and easy. I'll probably put a manometer on it so that I'll know when it's starting to clog up, but that's down the road. The other thing I want to do is this hose. I just have it hanging here. I want to build a reel for it, and I've got some ideas in mind how to do it, but I want to build a reel so that it holds the hose a little bit better and not so much hanging in my way. So, but that'll get better. More than anything, it works. I've been so long without it, and I miss not having that shop vac in the shop. You know, when it used to sit on top of the cabinet right here, and I had it all hooked up. If you remember, that I showed you the quick disconnect bucket that I was using there last year sometime. Anyway, that's all gone now. So with the shelf, everything is just so nicely arranged that everything that was on this wall is now up out of the way instead. So I have all the space I get to start using. I am working on the wall. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yes, I heard you. Okay, sorry. About the shop vac. Let me show you how well this thing really works. When I start it up, my bucket sucks up. Watch this. I'm going to watch the bucket right here. When I turn it on, whoop. Can you see that? No. You see it drop back down. Up, down. So when it's up, the system is sealed, and this thing draws really well. And normally I keep this on there because you really don't want to put too much bigger stuff up to this hose. You should never put big stuff to your shop vac anyway. And so I always clean that out by hand and throw it directly into a trash can if there's anything big and bulky. Screws, washers, you really don't want those to go in the shop vac. Let me show you how well this thing works. I have some stuff here. I have this block of wood, and this is an example of how big something, when it's this big, you really don't want to put it through your shop vac system. You should pull this stuff out and throw it directly into a trash can. I use it for cleaning up, but only the smaller stuff. Otherwise, it's a broom and a dustpan. Also, I use it a lot for dust collection where the dust is actually created, like on the sander, on my hand sanders, those type of things. And so what you're collecting there is not very big anyway. I don't use it for my planer. That takes a dust collector instead of a shop vacuum. The amount of volume. So I don't need anything bigger than that 2-gallon bucket, quite honestly. Most I've ever emptied, it's been a quarter of the way full. It takes forever to get anything built up in there because I don't put this stuff through there. So let's set these. I have 2 screws, a little washer, and this block of wood that you really don't want. That potentially will clog your system somewhere. Gets lodged and then stuff starts building up around it and you gotta take it apart. So, but we're gonna put this up in there so you can see what happens to the system. Remember, it's gotta go up 7 feet high before it goes into there for any of this stuff to make it in there. So what do you think is gonna make it into the bucket and what's not? Let's take a look. So I'm just gonna set those on the floor. And I'm gonna take this end off so that that piece of wood will fit in here. Let's turn it on and let's suck this stuff up and see where it ends up. Okay. There's the bucket drop. I heard it drop. So, first thing we want to do is just check the hose. Let's see what's in the hose real quick. Because not everything heavy goes up the hose. And it looks like 1 screw came out. You check our bucket. You're going to have to take my word for it. Everything else is in here. So, anyway, stuff like that you really don't want to put in it, but you can see it pretty well handles it. What doesn't go up, you can get back out of the hose itself. Since from here down, it can fall out the bottom instead. So, if you suck something up you're not supposed to, it's easy to clean it out. So, easy clean bucket. I really like the quick change bucket system that I've designed. And this is my 4th time that I put it on something, and actually it works better here than any of the first ones. So it seems to get better as I get more and more to doing it. So if you have any questions about any of this, about why I did what I did or how it really works, leave it in the comments. If you learned something here about shop vacs and designing your own, hit that like button. It helps me know I'm going the right direction. Most importantly though, come back again because we're nowhere near done. Thanks, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye.